Your voice, your opinion, your community. Fact TV, free speech, protected.
Oops, I gotta start again. Timing works.
Local news, politics, business, sports, arts, music. Mike and Marty on the beat. Mike and Marty. Mike and Marty on the beat.
Welcome to the feed. Mike and Marty here again, and today we're here with Ashley Starro and Paris Kern, and we're going to be talking about some exciting things happening at Main Street Arts. But first, Marty with local events.
So, this week at the Bells Falls Opera House, it's coming Wicked. And it is running from the 20th through the 31st. It is that time of year again for the classic movie, White Christmas. There are two showings for White Christmas. There's a 4 p.m. showing and a 7 p.m. showing, and it's in VistaVision, so, you know, it's very modern. And then that's being sponsored by James Plumbing. Friday evening, I don't actually have a poster for this, but last week we had Ladies' Night in downtown Bells Falls, or Fun Friday. And this Friday we have Not Just for Men's Night. So the local merchants, let me finish this and I'll get to that. The local merchants will be having specials and maybe some adult beverages. So gentlemen can go down. Perhaps their women, gave gift preferences at the stores last week. So Not Just for Men's Night. Happening during the Christmas week, speaking of fun, is the what they're calling Holiday Fun Week or Family Fun Week. So from the 30th of December through January 3rd, there'll be a movie every day that children can attend at the Opera House, free. It'll happen at 1 o'clock. And then there'll be some activities or a lunch happening each of those days too. And so the schedules are posted for you. And if you need more information, go to Parks Place Facebook page because I'm sure they're posted there. That is actually everything that I have. Because everything else, all the other local events are on you this
yours.
week.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, welcome, guys. Good to have you here today. Main Street Arts is really cranking out the programs. Really great. Why don't we just jump in and start talking about what's happening?
Yeah, well, we've got a lot of different things happening. Right now, our winter registration is open for all of our programs, and we have about 9 new programs. But I really wanted to bring one of our incredible teachers, Paris, with us because she's teaching a Feldenkrais class and a vocal improv workshop. And Feldenkrais is one of those things that everyone's like, what's that?
Yeah, that's
and it's so
me
cool.
included.
So I was like, the poster won't be able to explain it, so we have to bring Paris to really give us a little tidbit.
Okay, so what is Feldenkrais?
Yeah.
So Feldenkrais is named after its creator, Moshe Feldenkrais, and that happened back in the 1940s. And he was a Renaissance man, and I could talk for hours about him, but one of the things he said about the Feldenkrais method was that we really have no elevator speech. Mm-hmm. It's like trying to teach a person or tell a person what a mango tastes like. You just have to eat the mango, then you know.
Okay.
So I'd like to do just a short, couple-minute little demonstration for everybody watching and for everybody sitting here.
Okay.
Just so you can get an idea. What it is somatic education, meaning it's about the person, the human being, and educating them using movement as a tool. Most people come into Feldenkrais because they have pains or aches or they can't get back down on the floor with their children or whatever. And this addresses that through movement. It's very gentle. But here's a little example. So if you're watching or if you're here, it's kind of hard to do in these little swingy chairs, but sit so you're not leaning back for a moment. Just let your arms rest. And just whatever is absolutely easy, just look up towards the ceiling and see where you can see. And do that a couple times. Just notice, what do you see above you? How far up do you see? Maybe you only see to the corner of the wall in front of you. Okay, now stop that. And now do a little movement to roll your pelvis forward as if you want to push out your belly or show everybody your belly button. And you just arch your lower back a few times. Again, just very gently. Don't hold your breath. Don't squint your eyes. Don't grit your teeth. Okay, and now do that and look up at the ceiling and see. Oh, yeah, a little further. Okay, here's another little trick we can add. Put your hands on your forehead like this, sort of like a oh, woe is me with your elbows forward. And notice that your elbows are pointed at something, right? And now, very easily, as if you had laser lights in your elbows, just shine your elbow lights up the wall in front of you and then back down again. And notice what's happening in your upper back and in your shoulder blades, right? Not much. And you can let your pelvis roll forward again. That's right. And just do 2 more movements. Again, not stretching, not straining. You're just reminding your nervous system, your brain, what needs to be involved in the movement. And it doesn't take a lot. And then rest your hands again. Just rest for a minute. And now put your right hand on your left shoulder in front and just hold the right elbow with your left hand. And now just turn yourself, again, whatever's easy, just a little bit to the left. And let your weight shift into your left hip. That's it, just like that, just easy. And notice, when are you breathing in and out, and maybe coordinate your exhalation with the movement. And don't breathe in any particular way. You're just continuing to breathe naturally. And you just twist around to the left a little bit as you breathe out. Let your eyes be at the horizon. Don't look down. That's it. And rest for a moment. And you might notice just after that last movement that your weight is a little heavier on one side of your pelvis in the seat. If so, is it the left buttock or the right buttock? And then put your left hand on your right shoulder and hold your elbow with your right hand and just gently turn. And you may notice that, oh, I turn more easily to the right. Or I turn less easily to the right. Doesn't matter. And just do it with your exhalation, in your own timing. Don't follow my timing necessarily. That's it. Feel how your weight shifts, and what happens if you think of really shifting your weight over to the right, as if you were thinking about getting up over the right leg and standing up in that direction. That's right. And then rest for a moment. Notice if you're sitting a little differently yet again. Ideally, for those of you at home, not in these little fancy chairs, you should have your feet on the floor, sitting on a flat bottom chair. And now just simply allowing your shoulders to be soft and your pelvis to roll. Look up at the ceiling and notice where you can see now. Is it a little easier? Do you feel that when you look up, it's not just your eyes, your neck? And some of you might be jaw clenchers. How about if you open your mouth a little as you look up and notice all of a sudden it becomes a little easier? That's it. Okay, so that's just a little 3-minute feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So it's through doing these different explorations that all of a sudden you gain more flexibility, your balance improves, sometimes anxiety goes down. And there's a free class on the 7th. So if you're not sure, you can come to the free class.
On January 7th?
January 7th.
And then what time is your
At
normal
9
class?
a.m. Same time as the classes will be.
Class will be okay.
So it starts the free
14th.
class is on the 7th, and then it starts on the 14th on Tuesdays, right? Cool.
Yeah, very nice. Tuesdays is a special day, isn't it? Isn't that the day you do the lunch
Yes.
also?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to
Yeah.
talk about-
Sure. That's a great. Thank you. That's a good segue into Tuesdays at Main Street Arts. So you can come be in Paris's class, and then there's a lot of programming that happens. So that's our Creative Aging Day. And Creative Aging is, we have a lot of different partners, Senior Solutions, the Vermont Arts Council, and so it's really about offering free creative opportunities for people over the age of 60. So starting in February, we'll have 3 art classes that will be free to the public over the age of 60. So we'll have bookmaking using Japanese sewing techniques. I don't know what that means, but I know that it's
sounds
really
exciting.
cool. And Amber Paris is teaching it, is an incredible artist based in Putney. We have printmaking with Annie Quest, and then we'll have theater play with Ham Gillett and Michael Zeffrey. And that is more like improv games and just kind of a lot of different storytelling methods. So those will be on Tuesday, and then we have a free lunch for anyone over the age of 60, so you can take a class, have a meal. The whole idea of like
Socialize a lot.
socialize, build community.
Yes.
We're not trying to make fancy artists, we're trying to build social connection through the arts.
Right.
So,
And that's
Paris
open-
had a saying earlier. She said creativity doesn't have to be hard. So-
Correct. You could come to Feldenkrais class, have a nice stroll around the village, and go to the senior lunch.
yes.
And you don't have to be a senior to take Feldenkrais.
You don't. Feldenkrais is separate. That's for all ages. Yeah.
But I happened to drop by, was it last Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and just the vibe was really nice. I mean,
Yeah.
it was just people hanging out, having a meal, sharing food, sharing what they've done during the week. And it was really, I mean, especially for, don't want to stereotype, but older people tend to isolate, especially this time of year, and bringing them all together and having them talk and socialize and have fun and be creative. Just a
Right.
great program.
Thanks. Yeah, that's the whole goal. I'm glad you were able to see it.
Yeah.
Next time you should come and sit and have a
Participate.
meal. Yeah, and part of that program, and maybe we'll talk more about it at the end, is also Life Songs, which is a project that was funded by Senior Solutions, and it's paired 5 songwriters with 5 elders in the community, and they've met over the course of the whole fall and built relationships, and then the songwriters have written stories about the person's life. And so it's really about honoring people's story. So we're having a concert for that on January 4th. It's a Saturday at 4 p.m. And the 5 songwriters will be there, and we've also hired some really amazing bass and violin players. So there's going to be like a
No.
band
Nice.
to make the songs really, come alive. So we would love for folks to come out and see that concert.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
And make sure you watch till the end today. Don't cut out early because we have a little preview.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
There's
you
much
have-
more.
I was
Tell
gonna
me
say,
where you want to
keep
go.
going. You have
Okay.
you have a auditions are closing, I know soon, but you're having a performance. You're doing a performance once upon.
Yes, once in the time of Trolls.
Okay, I knew Trolls was in there.
I know
but-
Trolls. Yes. So on the other scale of things, we're working with children. So this is a youth theater production for ages 9 through 18, and it's a really fun, low-key play called Once in the Time of Trolls, and it's directed by Trish Roberts, who is really wonderful. She runs a thing called oh gosh, now I'm going
World
to forget.
Under Wonder.
You're close. It's Forest Theater.
Forest
Theater. So she does a lot of theater in the woods,
Oh, okay.
which is
Wow.
really cool.
Very
She's-
Hamlet-esque.
Yeah, yeah,
Or not
yeah.
Hamlet, but
She's a very
Shakespeare-esque.
magical person. She makes magical things happen. So the registration for that for children closes on Thursday, tomorrow, December 19th. And right now I think there's 10 kids signed up. So
But there's a performance though.
there'll be a performance for that in March.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. And then staying on the theater train, this Saturday, December 21st, is Good King. I say the name wrong.
Wenceslas.
Wenceslas.
Thank you, Good King Wenceslas.
Wenceslas,
I have
yes.
to practice it. Good King Wenceslas. And that is a performance by the Vermont Suitcase Company, which is a traveling theater company. So that is free to the public, and it is at 7 p.m. this Saturday. And they're amazing.
I
So-
saw their thing last
you?
Christmas season, and it was very good, very funny.
Yeah, very funny slapstick comedy. And it's open for all ages, appropriate for all ages.
Wonderful. So you have a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot.
There's a lot going on.
And that's really cool because again, I think we touched on this last time you were here. You've
Yeah.
really gone back to the roots of Main Street Arts, to when Mary Hepburn started it, involving community, a place of community connection, young and old, a little bit of something for everybody.
Yeah.
And kudos.
Thanks.
For that work. 'Cause
Well,
I
it's a
imagine
team
that's a
effort.
big
That's a big yeah.
schedule. I'm just
Yeah.
saying that's a lot. Like
It's a good but it's amazing. Main Street Arts is a community center, and there's so many people making it happen right now. Like Paris is so involved in coming to classes and then offering things, and I really like it to be a home for both the community and the artists to get to experiment and try different things. Do you want me to talk about more things?
Sure.
Okay.
How much time do we?
unfortunately this isn't working, so I'm going to
Oh.
rely on Alex to make sure we get a 3-minute warning. Okay, thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
It died.
Oh.
Well, let's talk a little bit on the music side of things. We have Paris is doing a vocal improv workshop. So talk a little bit about that.
So my whole life is all about improvisation. The Feldenkrais method, when we work, it's improvisationally taught according to who's there. And I come from a heavy traditional folk music tradition, which was my other full-time occupation along with Feldenkrais. But I morphed into something called circle singing and vocal improvisation as taught by Bobby McFerrin, who I studied with for many years. And I'm going to be doing a vocal improv workshop for anybody, including skilled musicians, as well as somebody who's just a shower singer. And
Or car singer.
and car singer. And the thing about improvisation is that it is more of a mindset than a skill. And there are specific tools to build the skills that are needed. And it can be very interesting for anybody who wants to improve their musical abilities in any realm, from classical to jazz to folk to rock, just to be able to hear other possibilities and demonstrate other possibilities.
That's really
And that ties into the circle singing that you do.
Yes, and I run a monthly circle singing down at the Putney Friends meeting on the fourth Sunday, because sometimes there's 5 Sundays, which is really odd. But on the fourth Sunday of every month, 3 to 5, and this coming week, if the laryngitis holds out, we'll have another circle, 3 to 5, and everybody is welcome to that. You don't have to be even a shower singer. You just have to want to participate.
That's so cool.
For me, it's the car.
Car.
Riding in the car, yeah.
I love
Blasting, like, if you pass me and it looks like I'm talking to myself, I'm probably just singing at the top.
It's really fun. We have children, we have elders, we have everybody in between.
I've done it before. It is really, really, really
Well, singing
fun.
is fun. It's
That's the
fun.
whole thing.
Yeah.
And something that Paris really emphasizes is just that it's all humans have been doing it throughout all of time, and it's gotten kind of cultural to think that you have to be good at it,
Oh,
and
that's
people
great.
get really blocked up, and so that's
There's
a big
so
thing
many
that her classes
studies.
do.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
so many studies about the health benefits of singing, of not just the social benefits, but just the breathing benefits, the thinking benefits. It's just
I saw it, just
Full of
you
good
reminded
stuff.
me, I saw this little like meme or whatever on Facebook yesterday, and it was like, if you're angry, it's a whole bunch of things. If you're angry, if you're hungry, if you're whatever, but if you're angry, it said sing.
Ooh.
And
Well,
I thought, yeah, because how can
yeah.
you be mad? Well, I guess you can be mad when you're singing, but generally speaking, it does lighten the mood.
Yeah.
So there.
Well, you're hanging out with the right people. If you're feeling angry, come hang out with me in Paris.
Are we good to go to the clip now, Alex? Yeah, since we're talking about singing,
Yeah,
we can come back.
maybe
to
we
the
could just
next one.
introduce it. When we were talking earlier about life songs,
Yep.
this is the process where you met with one of we could say his name, I think Tom,
Yeah.
and you guys met together and you found a common understanding of his life and his what was important to him, and then you put it to music. And
Yeah.
so this clip is actually was filmed at Tom's house, and it's Ashley and Tom and the song that they came up with.
In this place, high on a hill, the sky it moves, no it's never still. In this place, I was invited in, I chose what's good, followed like the wind. I let life be, I let life be. I have all I need, my love, my family. I let life be. In this place, we fell in love, standing beside you, grandchildren's house. In this place, at the edge of the world, the night pours in, the earth takes over. I let life be, I let life be. I have all I need, my love, my family. I let life be, I let life be, I let life be. I have all I need, my love, my family. I let life be. What comes next, I do not know. May it be graceful, may it be so. I let life be, I let life be. I have all I need, my love, my family. I let life be. In this place. Saturday, January 4th.
Wonderful.
Yeah, at
So it's
4
coming right
p.m.
up.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But I gotta tell you, you have to hear the song with the violin.
Really?
It really just like fills it in. Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know how much time
I don't either.
how we do
but,
on time, but anyway, we're probably close.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's it for this week. We'll see you next week on the feed. Bye, community.
Thank you.
Local news, politics, business, sports, arts, music. My God.